All right, we're gonna play gambits. Let's start with e4 here. Okay, he plays d6. Now gambits against this modern. Are there any good gambits here? I can't think of any good gambits, so I'm gonna take the center to start. Do I know anything about Dingler? No, I don't. For anybody who's asking questions, I will cover all the FIDE stuff, all the Cranwick stuff, all that stuff after the arena. So okay, we got 97. What facility will the match be at? I don't think it's an open venue. I believe it's being held at the hotel. Actually, I don't think I'm supposed to say where it's being held. Anyway, okay, let's go knight f3. I'm gonna play bishop c4. Very quick development here. It's probably on the website, but just in case. So we get g6, so I'm gonna go bishop c4 here. I'm looking for sacrifices. A lot of play very quickly. Now this is a huge mistake, so I can sack the bishop and play knight g5 check, and now there's a big problem. I've got knight e6. If he goes here, his queen is trapped, and the queen has nowhere to go. I'm just gonna take her. So there we go. So I did find a way to find an aggressive sack. I mean, this knight f3 bishop c4 against the modern is a pretty good approach. Take the queen. I'm just gonna go c3 and build this big white center here. Let's go knight c3 and castles and keep rolling. Okay, let's go knight c3. Just develop castle here. Very simple chess, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. The problem with hockey over basketball is that I've been to a few too many hockey games in my life. So I've been to a few too many hockey games, so that's why it doesn't really appeal to me as much. Like, I've been to a lot of games. I've been to Canuck games up in Vancouver at GM Place. I've been to of course many Rangers games at Madison Square Garden. I've been to a couple of Avalanche games at the Pepsi Arena, I think it is. And of course I've been to the BB&T Center and seen some Florida Panthers games. Now I'm sacking a pawn here to try and open up the center towards the king. Now he goes bishop h6. Now I could obviously trade here, but if we think about this logically, this knight wants to be developed, so I'm just going to guard my pawn, and if he takes, he'll have to waste extra time bringing the knight into the game. Let's just take all our pieces on the right squares here. Let's see what Rianchi does. Now Rianchi takes, but now the problem is, because of the lack of development, the open king and the powerful queen that I have, open files, open diagonals, all these things are very, very good for me. So yes, anybody who's asking though about tournaments, yeah, really the only tournament that I have coming up is the Chess Champions Tour in Toronto. So I go here, knight is pinned, and we win the game. Next year I'll be playing in Germany in the Bundesliga, so I'll be there for a weekend, and I will also be playing the candidates in April. That's really those are my only events as of right now that I've scheduled. So I don't have a lot of chess tournaments scheduled into 2024. We'll see what happens or doesn't happen, but right now I don't. Now what I want to do here, extra queen for a bishop, I want to get rid of as many pieces, as many even trades as possible here. Which Bundesliga team? I believe it's called Schock. Is it Schock Wernheim? I think Schock Club Wernheim, if I'm not mistaken. I know I'm butchering it, but whatever. But yes, I think it's Schock Club Wernheim. So I know I'm butchering it, obviously very poor considering I'm basically like 12.5% German, but whatever, who cares? So okay, idea is to go queen c7 here and try to win the game very quickly. It's Wernheim, typical American. Yeah, sorry you guys, I didn't grow up in Germany. Go knight d6, check the king due to the pin. Yeah. You what? I didn't grow up in Germany. No, I didn't. Sorry you guys. Okay, we got to win in the first game. Let's keep going. Okay, 12.5%. Yeah, I mean, I guess technically Botrix took the exact gambits. What's a good gambit? There are a lot of gambits in e4, e5. But yeah, basically my grandmother's parents, I believe, were both, I think they were both 100% German, if I'm not mistaken. So anyway, all right, let's go knight d4. I'm trying to play something along the lines of what we call the Blackburn Schilling Gambit. I want to go like bishop c5, named after Joseph Blackburn and Kurt Schilling, two famous chess players in the 1800s. So if he goes knight f3, bishop c5, knight e5, I go queen g5. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go for a gambit, but he plays d3. He doesn't let me play a gambit. So is there a way to keep the gambit alive? Let's go bishop c5 here. Yeah, I'm joking. I was making a joke, you guys, although I wouldn't be shocked if there's a chess player called Kurt Schilling whose name started with a K and not a C, but I'm making a joke, obviously. Yes, I'm making a joke. I remember, actually, you know, I could tell you guys that bloody sock game, I remember it very well because that's when I was a kid growing up in New York. And that night, that game, I remember that I was in New York City. I was playing in a tournament at the Marshall Chess Club, and in between the rounds, everybody was following the game. So this is a slight mistake with castles. Now I go bishop g4, and the knight is kind of pinned here, and the bishop is outside the chain. The bishop could go back here, white would be fine, but now there's some serious problems. I don't know which city the games for the Bundesliga will be playing, but I'll be there. Yeah, I cried that night. I was a huge Yankees fan. I love the Yankees pretty much until they got rid of the guys that I love, the guys who made the team of the mid-90s. Like, I love the Yankees literally, like from like 1995-ish to about 2001. I love them. When the Yankees got rid of, I mean, Paul O'Neill retired, I believe, but when the Yankees got rid of Tino Martinez for Jason Giambi, and there was that, and then when they got Chuck Blockhead as well, those two moves really kind of soured me on the Yankees. That happens with all teams because management messes up sooner or later. But those two decisions to get Jason Giambi and Chuck Blockhead, those two decisions were really big mistakes. So, all right. But I love baseball. Baseball growing up was the sport that I followed. I love the Yankees. Yeah, I love the Yankees growing up. Okay, it goes knight d5, good move. Now I'm going to trade the knights and go c6 here to kick the bishop back out of town. And I still these great 2Bs in the center here. I love the Yankees. I mean, I grew up like outside the city, and also when I grew up was right when the dynasty started too. So it's kind of hard for me not to like the Yankees. Let's go here. Like, I mean, it's really hard not to, because I grew up. I mean, I grew up in like in the late 90s, and that's when the Yankees were the best by far. Let's go bishop b6 here. No, bishop f7 didn't work. I just take. Article about the Kramnik case with picture of you almost top in VG, Norway's biggest newspaper. I mean, yeah, what do you want me to say? Like, it's ridiculous. That's what constitutes news these days. Yeah, maybe Kramnik is getting what he wants after all. Okay, let's go g5, maybe h5 next move. I'm gonna draw the bishop back, play h5 g4, and go from there. I should be doing very well because I've got a great dart square bishop. Let's play bishop d7 and h5 g4. So okay, it goes there. I can play g4, but I think I'm gonna go h5 g4. A lot of pressure here on the king side. A lot of pressure here. Let's go g4, big attack. Just takes. I've got queen h4, a lot of hooks here, a lot of mates. Just take the queen h4. I mean, it's losing no matter what he does there, but it's all over. Yeah, I mean, I agree with what people are saying. Like at the start it was kind of funny and amusing. Now it's just kind of sad. Okay, let's play e4 again, because most gambits do occur in e4. I'm gonna play the Ortho-Schnapps gambit. He ignores the Ortho-Schnapps. He plays c5. So now we have to play. I can play another. I'm gonna play a quasi wing gambit here. This is like what we call the wing gambit. I've got a little bit of a center here. It's not a great gambit here with the pawn at c4 versus c2, but it's kind of okay to play it. Kind of in the keyword. Okay, he goes d6. He ignores my gambit. This guy is not having any part of the gambit game. Goes there. I guess I'll play d3. Just build my nice center here. This guy is a smurf. Be careful. You have to be really careful. Okay, I'm gonna take the pawn. Go knight d2, knight f3, bishop e2. It's just kind of a normal position here. Not a whole lot going on. Yeah. Where's the sound setting? What, on chess.com? The sound setting should be it should be in play, right? I mean, other than just on your brow. Is it where is it actually? Here, sounds, play sounds. Actually, you guys can't see it. Let me change the scene. Right here. It's right here. It's play sounds right here. This is what you need. It's in the you click this up top, and then you click board, and then you see play sounds. That's where it is. So that's how it goes. All right, let's get back to the game. Knight b4. Let's go queen b1, guard the pawn on d3, and play a3 next move to kick the knight away. Who is working on a team for the candidates? I don't actually have a team composed yet for the candidates. Nope. I'll start thinking about the candidates probably in January. I've thought about a little bit of stuff, not a lot, but I'll start worrying about the candidates in January. Was Derek Jeter my favorite player? No, he was not. My favorite player on the Yankees was Andy Pettitte, primarily because when I was young, and I liked baseball, I was a lefty. I throw left-handed, so I was a big fan of Andy Pettitte because he was a southpaw. Also because the year that I really got into baseball in 1996, that is the year that Pettitte went, I think he went 21-7. Was that his record? Well, I can check that, of course. What did he do? He got robbed. He should have won the Cy Young, but he didn't win the Cy Young. Let's go rookie one. They gave it to like Pat Henkin or somebody. Let me see. 1996. Yeah, 21-8 with a 21-8. I mean, his ERA was 3.87, so it was a little bit high, but still, he should have won the Cy Young that year. He got screwed. Oh, yeah. So I mean, because of that, yeah, Andy Pettitte was my favorite Yankees pitcher. ERA, his earned run average was 3.87, which is a little bit high, but still, he was better that year than Pat Henkin. And the Yankees won the World Series that year, so he should have gotten the MVP, or not MVP, the Cy Young award. But yeah, I grew up as a big Yankees fan. 96 was actually kind of wild too, because I remember growing up at the time of the World Series. There was a chess tournament. It was called the I think it was the National Elementary Championships. It was being held in Terre Haute, Indiana, and so my mom actually drove there, which is pretty wild to think about nowadays because everybody flies. But she drove to Indiana, and you know, obviously I was in the car too with her, and so we were like following the series. And I remember it was game 4, I believe it was, that we were staying at some hotel in the middle of the country, and of course we were watching the game. Yankees go down 6-0, and turn it off, go to bed crying, feeling really bad about everything. And of course the Yankees go on to win that game. I think they won it. Did they win 7-6 or 8-6 in extras? I don't remember, but of course they had, I believe they got 2-3, was it 2 3-run homers or just one? But Jim Leyritz of course hit the critical 3-run home run off of Mark Wohler, I think it was, if I remember correctly. So let's go here. Rook d6, of course. I don't know why I'm talking like ancient baseball stats. I really do sound like a boomer, but anyway, I think you guys get the point of what I'm saying. Let's just take, go c5, protect the pass pawn. I think it was Mark Wohler's, right? Jim Leyritz hit the 3-run homer. I don't remember if it was 2 3-run homers to tie the game at 6, or whether they just like manufactured some runs elsewhere. I'm a Braves fan. You're killing me. Yeah, well, I mean, okay, what do you want me to say? Braves were like the best team in the 90s, and they barely won. The Braves won what, 95? I think was the one year they won. I think 95 was the only year they won in the 90s, even though they had all those great pitchers. Glavin, they had what, Glavin, Maddox, and Smoltz, right? Before Smoltz became a closer. Okay, so I can play Rook c4 here. I can also go Rook b1, just take this open line here, and should be pretty good. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. You're killing me. No, it's more like you killed me, because when I was a kid, I also liked the New York Knicks, and unfortunately the Knicks always ran into this stupid guy called Michael Jordan, the Chicago Bulls, and they could never win. And the one year they had the chance, of course, John Starks had to go, what was it, 3 for 20 or something in game 7 against the Rockets. So anyway, okay, queen the pawn, I take with a bishop, and I should win the game. I take the knight, take the pawns, and it's game over. I don't remember what the exact stat was. I go check and mate, but it was very poor, right? I think Starks went something like, it was like 3 for 20 or something in game 7, and Rockets won game 7 and Knicks lost. Okay, what's a good gambit? Again, all the general gambits I feel like for black are within e4 e5 for the most part. There's like the Latvian, there's the elephant, there's the Danish, etc. So let's play e4 here. I guess I'll trade and go knight f6 here, develop maybe d5, build a big black center, activate the 2 bishops. I want to bring out the bees. I guess I'll take with a pawn, just take, develop, and castle the king. I think this is sort of a quasi lap. This is like he played the Ponziani, and then I played a counter gambit. I don't know what it's actually called, but let's go here in castles, I guess. Knight b5, good move by the way by Darks here, trying to activate. I'd love to go for a big gambit, but it doesn't work. Like, I'd love to sack or go back, but I have to be careful because my pawn was hanging. So I have to give up the 2 bishops here, but he does have a weakness in the center of the board. Okay, now though, I could take the pawn. I could also play h6. I think I'm gonna go knight g4 and try to mate him on h2. Play an England gambit. Of course I could. I'm gonna go rook f8, pressure on the king side somehow. I'm not playing this game very well, by the way. I'm in some real danger here. I've got like queen h5 maybe though. I'm trying to go for a big mate. He goes h4. I guess I'll drop the bishop back. A lot of pressure here on the g file. A lot of pressure on the king side. Now I can sack the rook with rook takes f4, and we're gonna get a very pretty checkmate I think in a second. Just take queen c4. Good move by my opponent. There are several ways that I can win this game. I think queen e6 is the cleanest because I guard both the pawns here. Boat has gambit. Sack the queen. Let's fork the king. Let's take the other rook. And now I just got a bishop. I've got a bunch of pieces on the board, and it's just very straightforward. There we go. Go check. I don't want to allow some weird stalemate, so I just make the checkmate. Next game coming up. Okay, let's play. Oh, it's the same guy. One more against this guy, and then we'll move on. Okay, I'm gonna go again for the Ortho-Schnapps. Goes c5. Okay, he stops it. Okay, this time I'll just play the main lines here. No. All right, let's play knight c3. Plays e5. So I guess this diagonal is closed. I can't really open up the center, so I think I'm gonna try to fiat cheat on my light square bishop. Yeah. Let's go knight d5 here. The same guy from speedrun? I don't think so. I'm gonna play h4 so I can activate the bishop, maybe push the h pawn. I don't actually know if it's a good move, but it's something. I'll take with the c pawn. I guess I'll trade. This game is going to come down to is whose bishops are better, basically. I'm going to go h5 here. It's not the only move, but it's something that I'm going to play here to try and take more space on the king side. Goes to f5, which to me feels a little bit dubious. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'll just go here, take, and try to activate my bishop, create a wooden shield in the middle of the board. Take, nice wooden shield. Now I can go d3 and open up both of the B's. Your YouTube video had me crying laughing. Which one? I don't know which one you're referring to, but it's good to hear. Okay, it goes there, but now there are a couple. First of all, I can check. I think I will check to tickle the king. Let's go here, tickle the pawn. Do I have merch? No, I want to do some merch in the near future. I don't have merch right now, but I do want to do some merch. Go here. I feel like his king is a little bit naked on the queen side. Like, it's maybe not. So maybe not. I'll just go f4 here. Maybe I'll just castle next move. Oh, the anal beads video. Yeah, that video is hilarious. The only problem with that video is that it's like a limited monetization, which is very sad. I'm gonna take. If he takes, I've got bishop f4. Yeah, that video is hilarious, but unfortunately that video is limited monetization. I guess, or maybe only one was limited, but okay, do I go rook f1 or do I castle? I think I'll castle, hit the bishop. Let's go here, open up the scope for the mate threats. There's big pressure now, big pressure. g4 was also a good move too, I think, but I go g4. What's happening? I don't know, this looks right, maybe it's not, but I feel like I'm probably winning here, probably. Maybe not. Let's take. Still a little bit tricky. Takes, force a drop back. I think I'm winning, but it's a little bit sketchy. No draw. See what we got here. No Arena Kings today. No Arena Kings. Your reaction videos are fire. Thank you so much. Now the one thing is he has some serious threats here, so I've got to be very, very quick here in the middle of the board before he can start to attack. I hate to admit it, but the Kramnik stuff made me come back to watching your stream. Previously I was just checking YouTube. Yeah, I mean, we're doing all the same stuff as always, just playing chess, covering the hot topics, I guess, of the day, stuff like that. Okay, but now bishop chief. Oh, I could have just taken the pawn too, but I mean, it still should be winning. The rooks are very loose here. If I take e2, I can just take with the queen, and I hold the juice. Go here, line with a double-A battery, and checkmate. You should come to Austin. I've been to Austin before, actually. Okay, let's play e4 here. That's a strange username. Let's play the Smith-Morra Gambit here. Richie or Fabi, I don't think that's the game that matters. The game that matters is the games that matter are Anish's game and Wesley's game. Anish's game matters because I believe that Anish Giri needs to lose in order to qualify for the candidates. And yes, you guys heard that right, by the way. Anish Giri needs to lose his game to qualify for the candidates. So let's play queen b3 to hit the pawn at f7. What am I doing, actually? Just go here, hit the pawn. No, I'm not joking. Yeah, you guys heard that correct. I believe that if I'm not mistaken, Anish needs to lose today. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing in this game, but I'm playing this horribly. This castle. Whoops, didn't mean to do that mistake. So, alright, we got bishop e7, good move for my opponent. I guess I'll just take. Wait, this hangs a juicer. Let's take with check. How does that work in somebody's playing? Basically, there's a FIDE circuit, so there's a circuit way of qualifying for the candidates where it's like players have accumulated points over the course of the year, and Anish Giri is leading right now. Wesley So can pass him with this tournament if Wesley finishes high enough and Anish finishes low enough. So for that reason, there's a situation here where Anish loses, so he makes sure that that pushes Wesley down in the standings, and Wesley doesn't get enough points to pass Anish. So I'll talk about all that later on before the round begins, but it's a pretty weird situation. Oh, he moved. He played knight f6. Okay, let's take and go knight d5, I guess. I've done. What if he forfeits the second move? I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I mean, I don't even know. I mean, it's a horrible situation to be in if you're Anish, really. It's really bad. Winning gives more points on the one, but the thing is, it's a very specific spot that Anish needs to finish, and Wesley needs to finish below. So, like, there's a chance that Anish could draw, and it's fine. But if Anish loses, he ensures that Wesley can't get enough points. So it's a really weird, really weird situation right now. Let's just go here, I guess. Hit the pawn. You think Wesley is done? Not clear, not clear. But yeah, the situation is definitely strange, to put it mildly. What if Nepo resigns first so Giri can't go to the candidates? Well, that's the other really weird thing, is that Nepo's already in the candidates. So like Nepo could be like, I don't want Anish in the candidates. He's a much more dangerous player than Wesley. So why don't I just lose the game? That's what also makes it really weird too. I'm gonna go check in g4 here. Not enough information. Let's go here and take, I guess. This guy's not 400, by the way. Let's go here. Put the pawns on the opposite color here. See if I can keep the game going long enough. I need to keep this game going long enough, or he can just blunder. Go check in here. Oh wait, what just happened? And now again, wait, somehow it's very tricky. I think I'm still winning, but this is very, very tricky. You have to pick up the speed here. Good die young, only the good die young. Good. Okay, I've got to move quicker though. I'll go here. Here. Oh, that was a very bad move by me. Yeah. It's Kramnik playing? No, it's not, but whatever. Yeah, it's whatever. It's unrated, doesn't matter, but yeah. Best Fortnite I've ever seen, yeah. Okay, let's play Knight F6 here. I'm 400, this is how I play, yeah. Let's go C5. Let's play a Benko Gambit here. Let's play Knight A6 and Knight C5, and then just G6, Bishop G7. This is the Bulls intro, yes, correct. Let's go here and fianchetto the bishop. Go here and Bishop B7, yeah. That was not Tari, relax you guys. Just castle. Okay, pretty standard position so far. I'm gonna go D5 and open up the center of the board in a second. Take and go D5. F. Wait, did I just lose my stream? Wait, what? No. Go E5 and attack the knight. Yeah, don't scare me like that. Okay, now I just fork the queen and the knight here and I win the game. Stream is fine. Okay, yeah. Only 4 years to 40. Darn. Yeah, no, my cam is not frozen. My cam's not frozen. Let's go here. Let's open up the diagonals here. You see the two B's really open. Let's just take, I guess. Just take the pawn and just win the game. What happened to Theo the Greek? You mean Nicholas Theodorou? He's playing a lot of War of the Board shots. He actually crushed what's his name? Let's play E4. He crushed Timur Radjabov not so long ago in the European Team Championship. Very, 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 very dangerous, strong player. We get here. I'm gonna play F4. First place signed in chess.com 30 minutes ago. Okay, now this is what we call the classic Austrian attack, but this order I believe is wrong because now I can just take and I get this nice grip with the pawn chain here. Takes, sub a pawn. I guess my opponent wants to play gambits because he's just down a pawn now. I just develop and win the game. Radjabov had a few impressive games in the candidates. He did, yes. Radjabov beat me, which kind of ended my dream to some degree, but it's all good. I'm gonna go F5 here, Bishop F4. I thought you were playing gambits. I'm trying to, but the problem is in E4 D6. I don't know what gambits you can play. Are there any gambits versus the modern? I'm trying to think. I can't think of any gambits right off against the modern opening. Yeah, I mean, I would play gambits, obviously. Oh, I mean, Theo, the Washington Square Park player. Wait, Washington Square Park. Theo. Sorry, that doesn't ring a bell. Theo from Washington Square Park. I don't remember. Anyway. Hey, Hikaru, to you, is Kosovo Serbia or its own country? I mean, I'm not very smart about those things, so I don't have any comment on any of that. I know things have been pretty tough. I know the last like 30 years a lot of historical stuff and everything, but I don't act, that's one of those things that like I actually really just don't have any knowledge on, so I don't have a comment on it. Okay, now I've got check. I think I'll take check take. Play against Eddie's Gurel. Of course I could. Yeah, I mean Turkey has two very good junior players. You've got Gurel and then you've got Yankees Erdogmus, I think is his name, who's also very good. Both those kids have a very, very bright future. Both of them do. Let's go here. Play against Kramnik. Yeah, right. Yeah. Theo was around in the early 90s when Poe was young. Theo. Why is it not ringing a bell? Theo. It's not ringing a bell. Sorry, you guys. It's not. I probably know him visually, but it doesn't ring a bell. And I mean, honestly, I haven't spent much time in New York. I mean, in a very long time. I've gone there occasionally, but I haven't really spent much time there for a really long time. So, yeah. Ali Reza unleashes anger on Danya. Okay. Let's take with the fossil, win the bishop, win the game. Really loud, nicely dressed, always wear a pocket square. I think actually I know who you're talking about. I think I do. But see, the problem is with like the hustlers from New York City, for example, like if you gave me a picture of them, I probably remember all of them, but by names I don't. You're 300 elo in Fortnite? No, I got a victory royale earlier this morning. I was in a 1v1 and basically it was quite difficult because the guy kept he had a rocket launcher, but I kept building and eventually I was able to kill him because I had a blue AR and apparently my AR aim is actually quite good these days. Let's go rookie 4 and hit the knight. Do I remember playing the Hustlers in South Africa? Yes, that was a lot of fun. That was one of my favorite experiences. Yeah, I've played a lot of Fortnite off stream. Don't ask me why I have, but I have. Now I want to trade off all the pieces because when we count, I have 2 towers and he's got 1 tower. Yeah, South Africa was amazing. It was one of my favorite experiences. Easily one of my favorite experiences in my life in chess. Let's go rookie and trade some rooks here. It is on YouTube, absolutely 100%. And then I think I blundered in one of the games and I lost to one of the guys. Like it's like 2300. I did something really stupid. It was in the opening. I think it was like I played a rouser and I did something really stupid and I just got a lost position. You're 2300 elo in Fortnite then? I'm decent in Fortnite. I would say I'm probably like 1200. That's my guess. If I had better aim, I think I'd be like 1700, but I don't have my aim. I'm too old. I'm a boomer. Let's go here. Let's play more Benko stuff. Yeah, if I was younger, I think I'd have better aim, but I'm kind of old for those games. What about Call of Duty? I played Call of Duty as well. Okay, how do I play Gambit? I want to play like the Blumenfeld or maybe a Benko. Let's take actually a blunder. I have a very nasty trick here. I can fork the bishop in the knight and then I hit him with the classic triangle check and he loses the bishop. Classic right triangle. 1200 is decent. I mean, I think it's decent considering how old I am. I mean, I'm pretty old for games like Fortnite and COD. Okay, now of course extra bishop. I just want to trade pieces off. Just take. I can play bishop f5, bishop d6, bishop b4. Do I have a favorite video game? I mean, I like a lot of different games. I would say that my favorite probably ultimately is Fortnite. It's just because it's the game that I started playing a lot when I first started streaming. I got the AA battery here. So probably I would say Fortnite. Yeah, I would say Fortnite. We get g3. Let's go h5, h4. Go for the quick attack, the quick strike checkmate on the king side. I would have to say Fortnite's my favorite. Jump King. Okay, you're not old, Dr. Disrespect. Yeah, but he's been playing those games forever. Yeah, I mean he's been playing Call of Duty for what, the last like 10 plus years. I have played Rocket League, but not recently. Let's go h4 attack. Thank you so much to Darks for the raid with 16 viewers. Thank you so much to Darks. Hope you had a good stream. Hope you enjoyed our game, my man. Hopefully I can send another raid your way pretty soon. Let's go check. This should be checkmate. Bing bang boom, bada bing bada boom. Go bing bang and then I've got multiple checkmates here. Yeah, now I hit him with this check, got a scoochy scooch, and I check and mate him in the corner. Yeah, you can always get better at Fortnite. Yeah, but I think the problem is I'm so old that like what I can do is like my 90s aren't very good. I can't my 90s aren't very good, and I like my aim is terrible. Yeah, the bloom is awful for me. So no, I would love to play. No, I play with mouse and keyboard. I would love to play like with Ninja or Tfue. Yeah, the zero build I'd be even worse than zero build. My aim just isn't good. Okay, let's play E5 again, because as I said, most of the gambits occur in this. Let's play this. This is like a Vienna Gambit that I'm playing, or it's sort of a counter gambit, I guess you could say. If I played with XQC, that'd be really funny. I'm gonna take on F4. Yeah, if I played with XQC, that'd be really funny. Like play with XQC and speed. Now my opponent's blunder because I have Queen H4 check, and I can take. And now I'm probably just winning here. Call X Knight. He plays every day. He's been playing every day, really? Maybe I'll write him. Where is he in my Discord? XQC. There he is. I mean, I could write him, but he's probably asleep right now, so maybe I'll drop him a line later. Okay, this is a free horse. Let's take. Let's take with check. I guess I'll go like knight f6 next move. Actually, no, what I'll do is I'll check and get rid of the queens. We'll follow basic themes here. Is there no check? Wait, check. I feel like there should be some kind of weird checkmate, but I don't actually see it. There's no force mate, so let's just develop. Let's go check, take the juicer, take the juicer. Wait, actually you could play knight e4, but okay, let's just take. Let's just take the queen. He gets some checks. He gets 3 checks, but 3 checks isn't the name of the game. Apex Legends is one of the games that I've played, but I don't really like it. One of the very few. But I mean, I have played Apex, but it's not. I don't know. There's something about the game that I just don't like. Go check. Checkmate. So okay, let's go E4 again. Sniper guy want. What is this, all these accounts? Let's play the Ortho-Schnapps Gambit again. Wait, is this the same guy? This is the same guy, isn't it? Okay, I'm just gonna resign this game and find someone else. How many moves do I have to get to until I can hit the resign button? I can't hit it yet. I still can't hit resign. How many moves? You can resign after move 10. There we go. Let's keep going. All right, play E4. Okay, we get E4, E5. Okay. This guy's name looks Danish, so if he's Danish, let's play the Danish Gambit. He ignores my gambit. Probably ignoring the gambit here is now I can get really fast development. And now I just take the pawn. I mean, he can take the bishop because he's got a fossil with bishop b4, but I drop back. Well, let's just trade. Go f3 here. Consolidate the chain. No weakness. Up a pawn. A little bit boring, but I am just up a pawn here. And there's no jumps for the horses. These pawns just restrict everything. So I guess I'll go for the trade. Why not? Go here. Chain dominates the horse. No jumps anywhere. The other pawn dominates the other horse as well. Knight can't jump. How dare you call a Swedish guy Danish? As a Swede, I'm deeply offended. He's from Scandinavia. I said Scandinavia, didn't I, or not? I don't know. Am I half Brazilian? No, I am not Brazilian. No, I'm basically German. Go knight b3. Go 8. I don't know. Let's go here and rook d1. Let's just take and go reroute the horse. I want to get a connect 5 and put this knight in the center. Actually, I'll play here to stop the push. And now look at these pawns. Like, everything's on the wrong color to the bishop. This bishop can't touch anything. Go here, create the classic connect 5 as well as a bastion. Are you serious? That's from 23 and me. I basically, you put your saliva in the tube, you mail it to them, and they give you what your ethnicity is. So that is based off of that. Yeah. You should handpick opponents from Magus and Naroditsky, have them do 70+ win streaks to show Kramnik he doesn't understand online chess. I mean, at this point, I'm so over the whole thing. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's hard for me to honestly believe that he's like being serious at this point. That's how insane it is. Like, it's really hard for me to believe that he's not. This isn't some like really weird thing that he's doing on purpose. That's just how out there it is. So, yeah. It was 97. I mean, I guess here I'm gonna trade. And the reason I'm gonna trade is because in this end game, I have very, very nice squares. My king can just do a beeline straight up to b5, and the knight is dominating. No jumps, the pawn, but I've also got jumps. Like, I've got all the squares, and this knight can't go anywhere. Now, what I'll do is I'll start to massage the king side, start pushing over here. Now I'll walk the king in, and problem is it's just Swiss cheese. My knight and king just dominate. So, what liquids today? I've got my instant coffee, of course. I've got my water, and I've got my my kombucha as well. So I've got many things. Let's go check. Take the pawn here. Yeah. Why does Anish have to lose this game? I mean, it's not 100% clear that he has to, but I believe that if he loses, he is guaranteed to get the FIDE circuit spot without any drama whatsoever. This guy's played a pretty good game. Unfortunately, he's just been down a pawn from the get-go, but I think against a lot of other players, he would have done fine. Yeah, against a lot of other players, he would have he would have been fine in this game. Let's just take on e5 now. I mean, I've just got so many pawns here with b4. We just push p on the queen side. It's all very simple. Why did I stop doing Reddit React? Because the quality of some of that stuff just wasn't worth it. I mean, that's not to say that I can't return, but okay. Now, what if I have 1 2 3 4 5? I mean, I've kind of got a lot of pawns here. I'm kind of up 7 pawns. A lot of pawns to be up. A lot of pawns. Go here, and the pawns will dominate the knight. Go here, kick the knight back. I mean, kind of hard. You can't stop them all. I guess he's trying desperately, but now, I mean, I can just push everything every which way. 8 knights checkmate. That would be pretty beautiful. Yeah. Okay, so what are the actually you can also play d4 d5 for gambits. Before, let's go c5 here. I don't know if there's a specific gambit you can play against the London. I'm trying to think. I don't think there is. So let's go here and knight c6. What would I do in Anish's spot? I really don't know. I mean, it's a terrible spot to be in. I mean, it's legitimately just an awful spot. Like, I mean, for Anish, it's got to be such a brutal spot. So, like, if he loses, like, it's so bad because if he loses this game, let's just assume that he plays a normal game and loses. Nobody's gonna believe him. They're gonna say, "Well, you're like acting. You made a bad move here. You lost the game on purpose," which of course would be horrible. Of course, you know, if he were to lose the game, like I mean, it's all bad. And if he doesn't lose the game and Wesley gets in, then he's lost. Like, literally, he has 2 years until he can qualify again. So the whole situation is really unpleasant. Really unpleasant for Anish. And I feel very bad for him because it's not right. Go here. I take the pawn next move, and I should be winning. Why is losing good? Because it might guarantee him the FIDE circuit spot. But I feel very bad for Anish. It's a very unpleasant situation to be in. Of course, the irony with the whole situation is that literally a year ago, Maxime Vachier-Grave explained what the situation is today in a tweet and said like what happens if you end up in a situation, which is what's going on right now. So it's very clear this is not something that was completely unforeseen, but you know, it is what it is. Let's go here. We've got a great bastion. The pawn guards the knight. Bishop's good. I can stack the rooks on the a file. I can go here. Very, very good. I believe with a loss, I believe with a loss, it's mathematically guaranteed that Anish will qualify. I mean, if he wins or draws, he can still get in, but if he loses, it's like 100. Oh my god, I just blundered. It's 100% guaranteed. I blundered, or no, I didn't blunder. I've got an ice skater at the back. So okay. I think that if he loses, it's guaranteed. If he doesn't lose, he still probably makes it, but it's not. But if like if a couple results go a certain way, he doesn't make it. So it's just all kind of like, it's all kind of bad. Go here, guard the bishop, rook's guarded, take. I might just sack the rook and go for some kind of big black center here. Just take. After the arena, we're probably going to cover some articles. I'm going to try to grind some blitz. We're going to cover this thing called cup, of course, so we'll see. At b5, I can play bishop d2, hit the knight, I can take the pawn. Two lone Americans up against the world facing immeasurable odds. Wasn't Hans like one of the favorites in that tournament? Anyway, let's just trade and go d4 and take. Okay, I'm gonna create the classic connect 5 again here. Let's go rook a2. I might even just sack the rook for the memes. How do I sack the rook? Let's just go here. I'll just take the horse. Not the only way to win, but all roads lead to Rome here. Connect 7, very hard to get a connect 7. No, he had a good result, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the result wasn't good, but it's an interesting way of framing it. Yeah. Okay. What was my college major? I'm assuming you went. I did not graduate from college. I went very briefly. And I would have majored in political science. Great, good game. Awesome. Let's go see if I have queen b6. No, there are no great gambits against the London system. I'm just gonna say that up front, but there are many ways with early c5 so you can try to be hyper aggressive. Like I'm gonna be very hyper aggressive here. I can't take because it's checkmate, so I have to bring the knight out, hit the pawn. Do you think I played okay? I was here. Yeah, you played fine. That was the previous game, right? Yeah, you played fine. I mean, the opening was a little bit, the opening wasn't great. Obviously, I played something to try and cheese you a little bit when you played the London system, but overall it was a good game. Yeah, it was a good game. 11:32, I said it was pretty good. Levy was almost a data analyst. Yes, actually Levy legitimately, I think, didn't he get like a minor in stats or something? Like I didn't mention it before, but I'm pretty sure he did. I think he did. Levy's bachelor was in stats. Okay, that is funny. Let's go knight b4 to hit the queen. I'm using D's knights, using D's bishops. No, I mean the thing with the problem with the whole situation related to Anish is that Nepo is also already qualified for the candidate, so Nepo in a sense can decide who he wants to make it in. So like for example, if Nepo thinks that Wesley is a better if Nepo thinks that Wesley is a better player than the candidates, like Nepo could be like, I'm just gonna blunder on move 5 and lose the game theoretically. So like yeah, Levy's next big thing, 30 and 30. I actually was on the 30 and 30 last year before I turned 30. I made it in. Although they've really expanded 30 under 30 because like 30 under 30 used to be one list. Now I think there's like a business list, a gaming list, etc. So it's all pretty cool though. So good to see. Let's take. I can go bishop d7. Anish can re-blunder. Yeah, Hikaru over 30. Yep. Yeah, I was there. Yeah, the last year I can make it. I was 29. I did it. Yeah. Let's go here. Bring the horse back. Maybe rook c8. go Rook here and b5. He has to hit the knight. Am I inspired by Levy? I think we've all have done a great job in helping chess grow. So I mean, inspired is probably the wrong word, but I would say overall, I mean, we've all been part of this big community of trying to grow chess. Hikaru, I saw you as a young prodigy in 1994. I wasn't very good in 94, you guys. In fact, was I even playing chess in 94? I thought the first one I ever played was in 1995, but I could be wrong. Let's go check in Rook C1. Yeah, I think my first turn was like, I think it was fall of 1995. Has chess.com taken down the report? I wouldn't know. I don't think so. Have they? I don't think they have. What you mean? Because Kranwick said he's gonna sue? Is that what you mean? We used to talk about Chinese oil stocks back in the ICC. Oil stocks, yes. I actually, there was what was it? Was it C? Chinese? Was it C? I think it was C. Let me see if that's still stock. It was like CMP or something. It was like C. Is China? Was it China Petroleum? Whatever. I'm trying to play a chess game. Let me finish the chess game first. I think the stock was like CMP if I remember. Was it CMP? I think that was stock. CMP oil stock. I remember because that's when oil hit something like $140. Or maybe it was CNE. I think it was CNEP was the stock. Yes, it was Chinese Northeast Petroleum. That's what it was. CNEP. Yes. Let's take and take here. I can play Rook D2 check. That was the stock. It was CNEP. And then there was also the national one, which was the huge one, which I don't remember what it was called. Let's go E4 here. Okay, I'm gonna play D4 again. Hard to find a gambit against the modern setup, so I'm gonna go H4, maybe try to attack on the king side. Now I can hook the horse on G5 and go for quick attacks towards this F7 point. That's my goal here. I guess I'll go back and try to go knight F4 and hit the pawn on G6. Now of course G6 is very soft. It's a very serious weak point here in the black position. Oh, it was CNOOC. That's what it was. Yes, it was CNOOC. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think that's the one. Again, Chinese stocks have been so bad though. If I'm just looking, oh, market's really selling off. Like I haven't looked at like Baba 74 bucks. I mean, to me at least looks ridiculously underpriced, but whatever. Anyway, all right, we get bishop f8 played here. I can obviously sack the rook if I want to. I don't really want to because it's not really the theme or the spirit of how I'm trying to play this arena, so I'm gonna go rook g3 back. Go d5. I'm gonna play some new age hippie chess. I'm gonna go rook a3 here, hit the pawn on a7. Okay, now I'm gonna go queen d4, try to go queen a7 and sack the rook and win the game. Let's go here, activate the AA battery. Have I read Bojangles, a fast food restaurant? Absolutely. Bojangles, I believe, is primarily in South Carolina. It's let's go Checkmate. Yeah, Bojangles I believe is in South Carolina primarily. So I have had it. It's pretty good. I would say like Bojangles and Popeyes are two of my favorites. Because also when I was younger we used to always do vacations in Orlando, Florida, so we drive down from New York and I feel like there were always ads for Bojangles. Wait, why did I play this? Naka, you know what I am? Is this the same guy on another account? I think it's the same guy on another account. I can't resign before move 10. It's not allowed. Yep. How's he getting paired? Because he's literally timing it. That's how. Yeah. Go check. There we go. Let's go again. 1270, a solid player this time. Okay, so I'm gonna play d5 again and go for gambits. Let's play the classic Albin Countergambit here with de5 and d4. It's a very sharp line. My opponent declines it, but when you decline the gambit and you go for this, now it gets very scary because there's like bishop b4, there's pressure. I also maybe could have taken. Did I just take? What's he doing? I should just be better here. Let's just drop the queen back. This is oddly not easy to play. I'm gonna go knight 6, otherwise he can take and go queen b3. He could take, check, and win this. So the knight guards both the bishop and the pawn here, very important. So now I castle up a pawn in the center of the board. Now I should be on my way to another win. Let's go bishop d6 backwards. Have I been to Rosario, Argentina? No, I've only been to Buenos Aires, and I only went there one time. I was there in 2000 and I think it was 2004. Was it 2003 or 4? I don't remember. I think it was 2004 that I was in Buenos Aires for the Continental Championships of the Americas. So I went to Buenos Aires one time, but that's the only time I've ever been to Argentina. It was a great experience. It's the place I bought my first suit. So yeah, I have nothing but great memories from that event. I play this whole arena, haven't been paired against you, Sag. Sorry, man, sorry. There are 260 players, which is a lot of players, I'm gonna be honest. Now this hangs a pawn on e4 here. Have I ever been to Colombia? No, I've never been to Colombia. I've been to Bolivia, Argentina, and I've been through the airport in Peru. I've never actually spent time in Peru, but those are the 3 countries, I think. Or no, I've been to Brazil. I'm such a duh. I've been to Brazil. I think I've been to Brazil, I think 2 times, or is it 1 or is it 2? I've been to Brazil as well. So yeah. So he takes, and I assume I have tricks, but I don't see them right off. Just take the juicer, kick the horse away from the center of the board. Is kind of menacing, so I want to kick it out of town. No jumps. Has to go back. I trade, and then I hit him with e4 with the classic pin, and I win the game. Take the juicer. I do think Argentina, though, if you were to ask me to give you guys like a futuristic prediction, I'll give you guys a futuristic prediction. I think there will be more tournaments in Argentina in the future. There haven't been chess tournaments there, and I think because of Faustino Oro, they're probably sponsors locally, and I think you'll have some top level tournaments in Argentina in probably the next 5 or 6 years. I mean, I don't know if Faustino Oro is going to like become like world champion or anything like that, but I think just because of the interest around how good he is at this young age, I do think there will be some top level tournaments in Argentina if we look like 5-6 years out. Let's go here, win the rooks, win the game. All right, I'm gonna use the Russian very quickly, and we will keep going, so give me 1 second. All right, you guys, we are back. So what did I miss? Did I miss something while we were away? Maybe Faustino can be world champion. Absolutely could be. What I'm saying very broadly is that for Faustino Oro, like, he has potential, and Argentina is a country that has really not had very many strong chess players. Definitely in the last like 30 years, they've had basically no one. So I think just the interest around Faustino is probably going to lead to like more tournaments. That's just, I mean, that's just a prediction that I'm giving you guys. So I think he's very good.